Stanislav, I heard that you mentioned that you could get a green card even to the blogger or the influencer or any other talent visa. Is this true? That is exactly true, my friends. And today that's going to be the topic of our discussion. And at the end, you will be able to learn how to get a free evaluation of your talent visa case. Let's go. Hello, my dear friends. My name is Stanislav Shamayev. I'm a licensed business immigration and corporate attorney in Miami, Florida. Today, we're going to be discussing a very interesting topic, how a blogger and influencer could get a green card or a work visa in the US. And specifically, I will be addressing the talent visas, the O1 visa and EB-1A. And of course, let's take a step back and remember, what does it mean to get an approval for EB-1A, a green card for a talent? So here we have 10 criteria, out of which 3 criteria we need to satisfy and get the approval for the petition. But of course, I want to see more than 3 criteria in the case of EB-1A. I want to see at least 5 or 6 or maybe even more. The question here, can we try and file a case for a blogger or influencer? And who is a blogger and influencer? I guess there are different definitions of that, but my definition is that someone who is representing his or her own brand online, or doing some YouTube channel or TikTok or Facebook or Twitter or some other social media, and that person achieved certain type of success. That's what I call a blogger or an influencer. Now, which category of EB-1A does an influencer or a blogger fall into? To answer that question, we need to remember how many categories are out there. And we have business, we have art, we have sport, education, and science. Okay, 5 categories. I'm confident that an influencer or blogger have 2 best categories for them. Number 1 is art. And you will be surprised that yes, blogging and content creating and influencing is basically a form of art. Because you have to create certain things, you have to organize them, you have to present them in a way that people like. That's why it falls into art category. Okay, and I would love that to fall within art category, because for that specific type of visas we have not 8 but 10 criteria. And I know I mentioned 10 before, but 10 for all categories. However, the last 2, the 9th and 10th criteria, belong only for the art, with some limited exceptions. So if I qualify you as a blogger or influencer, I would analyze you by 10 criteria. If I qualify you as a business category, which also is a possibility, right? Because all bloggers and influencers, they make money on blogging, on influencing, right? If you could say so. That could also be a category of business. However, with that being said, everything else, the press, the articles, the awards, the judging the work of others, should also fall within business. Okay? So awards for business, press about you as a businessman or businesswoman. If you draft your own articles, they should be about business. Yes, it could be business in blogging, in influencing, you call it whatever, but that should be in that field. So I'm a firm believer that the majority of the bloggers will be going under the art category. All these criteria that we're talking about. Number 1 is awards. You should get awards as a blogger, as an influencer in your own country or internationally. However, I can make a really good argument if you bring me gold button from YouTube, or at least silver button. I could make a good argument that this is a good award in the industry. The second one is the press. The press should cover you and your blog or your channel and talk about you as a person who achieved things in this industry, who has some recognition. I would like to have maybe 4-5 articles about you, and if you're missing those, this is not a problem. you could work with the PR agencies that could help you to achieve the goal of getting as many articles as I need. Number 3 is judging the work of other professionals. And here we have the assessing the work of other bloggers and influencers, right? It could be in the form of competition, or it could be in the form of consulting. That could be another blogger comes up to you and asks you to reevaluate his or her strategy of creating content, and you could help him or her. You could be working with marketing agencies, and you could be the one who can be a producer of that content, or someone who will assess and review and design the best thing that will bring the leads, will bring the views and things like that. So mind that this criterion is very, very broad, okay? You could be a judge at the competition, you could be asked to assess the work of other professionals and things like that. Number 4, and I don't believe anybody of you will ever satisfy it just because it's almost impossible, is the professional association. Professional association is a very hard criterion to satisfy regardless of the category, and I don't believe there are associations for bloggers and influencers that can get you to the level where they accept people only for outstanding achievement. This is even hard for like engineers and doctors and IT people, but for bloggers it's just almost impossible. So we usually disregard that. Number 5 is the original and significant contribution in the field. Maybe you created some trend, maybe you were one of those who test the new things for social media. For example, I had a case where my client was one of the few who was chosen by YouTube to test the shorts, right? You guys remember when shorts just came out maybe 2 years ago, a year ago, Lord knows. So my client was one of the few to help YouTube to test those things. Now, this is kind of big. But also you could create your own courses or methodology, or like I mentioned before, some trends, or you create like unique content and everybody loves it. So you could have your contribution in the field where you work. Number 6 is a critical or leading role in a company with a high reputation. And first of all, your own channel or account could be an organization with a distinguished or high reputation. But in many cases, you represent other brands. It could be big brands like Nike or Oriflame or other big international companies, or even the smaller ones. If you help them to push their brand or become an ambassador for their brand, we could mention and claim that you play the critical role for those organizations in promoting their product. Number 7 is the commercial success. I want to see you making money on whatever you do. You sell the ads, you market other products, or you make the money just by a huge amount of viewership on your channel. One way or another, show me the money and show me that you paid the taxes. This is crucial. You have to pay the taxes. Number 8 is academic or scientific articles. And I know you'll be like, Stanislav, come on. I'm gonna go shoot another video. What are you talking about? Hold your horses. I'm a huge believer in strengthening whatever petition I have in front of me. If I were you, I wouldn't disregard academic articles about social media, about the trends, about the research in that area, about the promoting yourself. I think there's a lot of things that could be done in this field. And also, if you have the right contacts of people who could help you with the academic articles, you know, it's kind of easy to satisfy this particular criterion. And the last 2 criteria that I mentioned that will work with blogging, I would mention only one because the other one is kind of still hard for blogging. It's more for movies, maybe famous musicians and things like that. But the 9th one is a showcase. So basically this one is kind of easy for you guys because you already have your showcase in the form of your channel, of your account, your YouTube, your TikTok, whatever that is. It's in itself is a showcase of your work. Pretty much have an access to 9 criteria. We need to satisfy at least 3 of them. I want to have 5, probably 6. And if you're like, oh my God, Stanislav, I think I heard maybe 2-3 criteria that I will satisfy. How do I know if I can still get a green card in this petition? And this is very easy. You need to go through the process that's called free evaluation. You go down below this video, you find a link that's gonna say free evaluation green card. You click on it and you fill out the form. I will take about 2 days to analyze it, then come back to you and say, hey, you have this criteria and that criteria, maybe you have that visa or that or the other one. If I see the potential, I will invite you to the complex immigration planning, where I could build a written strategy for your case for the win. And of course, if I can get you the EB-1A green card, I could get you the O1B or O1A, also talent visa, which is non-immigrant. It will not give you the green card, but it will give you an expedited access to the US. All right, you could come here and start working almost immediately. And immediately is about 8 months. For EB-1A, it will take about 1.5 years for the time you start working on your petition till the time you will enter the US with a green card. Get a free evaluation, smash the like button under this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe, because I have 2, sometimes 3 videos released on this channel and with a very high quality content. My name is Stanislav Shamayev. I'm a lawyer of the future. Your future begins here. Good luck.